So, in my book, I talk a lot about this thing called the list, which essentially is your mind keeping track of all of your experiences, and it catalogs them as either good or bad. So, if I put my hand on a hot stove and I get burned, ooh, that's bad, so it goes on the bad list. And if I eat cheesecake and it tastes really good and I don't get sick, then hey, guess what? That'll go onto my good list. Now, your mind uses this list to steer you through life. So each time I see a hot stove, I get a little reminder, a very subconscious little reminder that I shouldn't put my hand on there. And if I see cheesecake, I go, yeah, that was really great the last time. So this list is essentially karma. It steers your behavior in the future. So things that happen in your past leave a lasting memory. And again, it's very subconscious. You don't necessarily avoid things deliberately, but you'll get just a little thing that will steer you in a certain direction towards something or away from something. Now, your job is to actually look at this list from time to time and see what things are holding you back. So some things may be there for a real reason, like putting your hand on a hot stove and getting burned. Definitely don't want to do that again. But if each time you go into the kitchen, you're so afraid of that stove that you don't cook for yourself, like that fear really has a grip on you, then you have to take the time to actually sit and just analyze that and essentially let go. Once you can let go of things on your list, then your life becomes so much more peaceful and you literally start to break down your ego. Everything that's on that karmic list is your ego and your identity. You're the guy that's afraid of stoves. So if you can look at that objectively and say, well, the stove itself isn't dangerous. It's not going to leap out and attack me. I have to put my hand on there in order for the same thing to happen again. So once you can look at that and say, okay, the fear isn't really rational. I can just forgive, let go, show gratitude. And all of a sudden, now you can become a chef, you can become a cook. It's not going to hold you back. Now, of course, that's kind of a silly scenario, burning your hand on a hot stove. It's not silly if it's happened to you, but you can do the same thing with literally everything in your life. Even some pretty tough childhood trauma or even PTSD. You can literally look at it objectively, just replay it in your mind. And the way to break down the list is to feel pure love towards everything. And I say this over and over again. Love everything and love everybody. Your mind will stop creating this list because all you're doing is saying everything belongs on the far right side of this list in the good bucket, about as far over as you can possibly get. So your mind doesn't have to analyze the world and it doesn't get afraid of things anymore. And it's actually a very simple way to break down all of those things in your life that are holding you back.